NBA 2K27 is finally here, and if you're looking for a build that can do a little bit of everything, I got 3 builds that you need to see. I made 3 different 6'9" poppers, all built around the same idea: shoot, rebound, defend, and still be able to make plays. But while they might look similar, each one has a different advantage. One build gives you more shooting, one build gives you more rebounding and defense, and one build gives you a little more freedom just to create your own offense. And not only do the stats show that these builds are crazy, but the similar players too. So what I'm trying to get at, YouTube, is that there is guaranteed a 6'9" popper build in here for you. Let's get into it. What's good, YouTube, man? It's Matt, is back with another banger, and today, yes, finally, we are here with NBA 2K27, bro. After long awaited months, we're here with 3 of the top builds to add that. 3 of the top builds that you could possibly make. They're overly versatile, and you can do dang near everything, especially shooting, finishing, and getting boards. So if you want to see them top 3 builds, and I definitely have one for you, then stay tuned. Alright, YouTube, man, it's time to get into the real build, man. Y'all already know a small forward is gonna get us everything that we need in a 6'9" popper build. So we're gonna increase the weight here just a little bit so we can be snaggy, man. Still snag all the rebounds over every single big man in the game as a 6'9" demigod build with 7-foot wingspan as the method. Y'all boys already know that from the last previous 2K. The 7-foot wingspan gets you every single thing that you guys need. Now into the finishing, we are going to go with a 77 close shot, just good enough to get us some silver badges when we also upgrade our layup to an 85. A 77 close shot plus an 85 driving layup gives you the perfect mix for finishing in a 6'9" build. And the driving dunk, we're going to have this build as an 87 driving dunk. And y'all already know that gets you guys poster animations like crazy. 87 driving dunk on a 6'9" build is way more than you need. And we are not big men, so we're going low standing dunk, low post control, and we are going to lock that in. Alright, on to the shooting, man. We are going to raise our mid-range because 37 is way too low, YouTube. So we're going to raise that to an 82 mid-range. So we can be a fade midi specialist. We can be whatever you want to be with an 82 mid-range. And of course, we're going to max out the 3 to an 86 3-point popper build. This looking good already, YouTube. I know what you're thinking, it's too good to be true, but trust me, it gets better from here. And free throw, we're gonna go with a solid 70, and we're going to lock that in. Nice. And going on to the next category, of course, playmaking. This is where it gets iffy for a lot of other builds. A lot of builds have great everything else but low playmaking. Not over here though. We're gonna raise the pass accuracies to a 77 just to get right where you need to be with the badges, getting us our silver badges. Moving on quickly to the ball handling, we're gonna have a 75 ball handling, and we're also gonna pair that with a 70 speed with ball. And if you guys haven't been tuned in to the 2K27 news, a 75 ball handling for a somewhat big man is still moving. What? Because the dribble animations in this game is crazy. So moving on to the defense, and this is very critical, must pay attention to this defense. We're going to get 80 interior defense, and that brings us all the silver badges that we could ever need on a 6'9" build, because we're not too big but we're not too little either. So we're going to match that with an 82 perimeter and an 80 steal, so we can get stops as much as we need to if we play in the lanes correctly. But you guys know you have to be locked in on defense this year. If you haven't seen the news, if you dribble into somebody, oh man, you're getting that steal ASAP. So moving on to the rebounding, we are going to up the rebounding all the way up for the defense. 90 defensive rebounds and 88 offensive rebounding. You guys are going to snag over all big men in this 2K. And trust me, I'm looking at all the other builds. This is where they fall off. They end up with a 70 rebounding. How are you 6'9" with a 70 rebounding? We're going max. And we're going to pair that with some fast speed. We're going 80 speed. We're not slow around here. 80 speed, 75 agility, and 75 strength. And this is where you also have to pay attention. We're going at 80 vertical. 80 vertical. So we're going at 87 driving dunk with 80 vertical. And that is because the goal of this build is to cap break the driving dunk. It has a max of 93 driving dunks, so why not go higher vertical now and cap break the driving dunk later? And now let's get into the shades of. And as you guys see, it's an inside out board hunter with the rawest name in 2K I have seen yet. And as you see, these shades of are extremely valid with so many strengths. So many strengths, and only weakness being able not to block shots, but that is what your center is truly there for. So you are getting boards, snagging, playmaking, and still popping and doing your role. And as you see, you have a little bit of everything, not lacking in anything really with this build. And this is why this is a main build you should go to in 2K27. And if you really wanted to, you could play center in the park. For sure you could play center in the park. But this is a perfect 3 to 4 go-to position with any 5's game mode in 2K. And as you see, the badges definitely match with that. I have tuned this build ever so slightly to where 1 inch off of a single attribute could change a badge. So every single badge is definitely well worth it in this build. With that being said, you also cannot forget about your cap breakers and your max +1 badges when making this build, which is exactly why we are going to make this next build very similar but ever so slightly tweaked for people who want to do more finishing and want more strength in this build. I hope you guys are following along, as everything is in the middle of the screen, so make sure to pay attention. Because in this finishing for this new build, we're going to have a 77 close shot. As I told you guys last time, that is the method. 77 close shot would match with an 85 driving layup, giving you all the silver badges that you could ever need in this build. But as I said, this build has a better finishing than the last build, giving us an 89 driving dunk, getting any contact animation you could ever need. As if you didn't see with the 2K news, contact animations are not limited to height anymore. So 6'9", 7-footers, 7'3" can all get the same contact animations as any guard. So forgetting about standing dunk and post control, we are going to lock that in. So quickly moving on to the shooting, which is debatably the most important part of this build to make a true popper. We're going to keep the stats very similar in the shooting. We're going to go with a 76 mid-range, just 76. We're going to make sure we watch the badges very carefully as we upgrade all these things. So we're going to go with an 86 maxed out 3-pointer, and the free throw, hey, I hope you guys don't bring y'all build to wreck, because this is going to have no free throw. We're going to keep it a 61 free throw, and we are going to lock that in. Once again, we're going to lock that in, YouTube, yes. And look at these badges. We're going a silver and bronze badge lineup as a 6'9 popper, as most 6'9 poppers go bronze badges. But look at the playmaking on this build. We're going to go 77 pass accuracy, so we are dishing out dimes. As you see, dime is on silver, break starters on silver, and we're going to go with a 75 ball handle, and we got to pair that with a maxed out speed with ball, 70 speed with ball. And if you guys seen, as I said earlier, 75 ball handling is moving on a big man in this new 2K if you string your combos together. So moving on to the defense, look at the defense here. We're gonna go very carefully, once again very carefully, 80 interior defense. And the reason we're going for this 80 specifically interior defense and this 82 perimeter defense is because it gives us just the badges that we need. Same with the 77 steal. It's so specific because it gives us that silver interceptor. And the block, we don't care about because we are not playing center all the time. We're going to mainly have a center doing that for us. But with this rebound, we will be helping the center out because we are going to be still snagging with an 82 O board and are going with a 90 defensive rebound. Because we are planning that our teammates do not miss, and we do not need a 99 offensive board, but we are going to get the board for sure on defense every time. And with the speed, we are not slow. I'm tired of seeing slow builds. We're going 80 speed, 75 agility, 84 strength. We're getting big on this build, and an 80 vertical. So yes, we got bunnies here. We are getting up there. We are definitely getting up there, and we're contesting every single big man with this build, with these shades of even better players and the two-way face-up slashing name. But man, look at these attributes. Like I said, it is a very similar build, just better finishing and a much stronger build too at that, so it can contest any big man. But these badges are also just as good. As you see, the rebounding badges are still crazy. The physical badges are even better. So that is 2 for 2 with demigod builds. This second build, like I said, was just a slightly different variation. But moving on to build 3, which is a little bit more different than the first 2 builds. But in this video, it is guaranteed a build for you. We are about to go 3 for 3. So we're going to go power forward, 6'9", 236 pounds with a little bit longer wingspan, 7'2" wingspan. So make sure you're paying attention to every detail, because like I said, one missed attribute can change all of your badges. So watch how we do this finishing. We're going to go up to a 77 close shot. Y'all know the method. So guess what we're doing with the layup? We're going to an 85 layup. 85 layup, 77 close shot. Like I said, this is the method this year, and we are going to crank that driving dunk up to an 87. Like I said, you can get contacts because the height does not matter for contact dunks in this 2K. I don't know how or why they did that, but height does not matter. So we are going to be dunking on everybody with the 6'9 build. So lock this in once again. Moving on to the shooting. This is, like I said, a little bit of a different build. So we're going to lower the shooting just a little bit. We're going to lower the mid-range to a 70, which is still valid, but you're not here for the mid-range. You're here for the pick and pop. So we're going to get your three-pointer to a solid 80, which gives you a good guaranteed jump shot. And free throw, do not bring this build to the red. We're moving on from that, though. Playmaking, though. We're going to up it to a nice, smooth 86 pass accuracy for a gold diamond. So even though you're not running guard, you can facilitate the floor and hit people with dimes. And we're going with the same ball handle, 75, and the same 70 speed with ball. So you can move, you can pass, and you can dime. Moving on from the playmaking stats, we're going to hit up this defense, starting off strong with a nice 82 interior defense. And this will get us the badges just that we need. Bring other badges that we didn't have in the last build to silver from bronze. And we're going to pair that with also an 82 perimeter defense. This is allowing us to play both ends of the floor, the paint and the perimeter. And we're going to pair that with a 77 steal, just good enough to get your interceptor to silver. So if you really read them lanes correctly, you're getting that steal every time. And like I said, we are not worried about block on this build. We're not creating centers around here. So moving on from the defense, the rebounding. Now this is where this build really gets different. It really separates itself from the other builds because we're going to start off with a high offensive rebound, a 90 offensive rebound, and not only that, we're going a 92 defensive rebound with leaving room for cap breakers as they can max out at 94 and 95. So if you guys really want to be a horse, then this is the build for you because you are not missing a board. And this is where people start to make a slower build because they have a high rebound. No, we are not going slower. We are staying fast with an 80 speed, 75 agility, so we can move on defense. And we're upping that strength once again to an 84 so we can stay down there with the centers. And I know what you're thinking, YouTube. No, we're not trying to make a center, but we're trying to be able to guard them. So we're going to pair that with a 75 vertical because it has an 87 driving dunk, and the 75 vertical can get you contact dunks. And as you see, a lock and board play slash with a similar shade of Giannis. Oh man, we're in for a good time with this build, and we have so many badges on this build. These badge tokens are crazy, and the rebounding is even better than before. And if you want your guard to smile every time you step on the court, then you must make this build because like I said, this video has the top 3 popping builds in NBA 2K27. And that is a wrap, man. That is the 3 of the best NBA 2K27 builds that y'all could possibly make in this game. So you guys better get on that before they get nervous because they will be changing this build system. So if I were y'all, I would tap into more videos like this one. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.
Please do not try, I got killers in place, niggas fresh off the pen. I get you erased, get a lawyer, 10, they dismissing the case.